Question 10 of the heat chapter. A 50-gram copper mass is heated by placing it in boiling water. It is then placed in a beaker containing 250 grams of an unknown liquid at 22 degrees Celsius. The final temperature of the weight and the liquid is found to be 25 degrees Celsius. What is the specific heat of the liquid? Assume no heat is lost to the surroundings. Okay, so the 50-gram copper mass is heated by placing it in boiling water. Okay, so that means the copper must have reached 100 degrees Celsius. So that would be the initial temperature. It is then placed in a beaker containing 250 grams of an unknown liquid at 20 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that's also the initial temperature, but of the unknown liquid. The final temperature of the weight and liquid is found to be 25 degrees. So that's final temperature. What is the specific heat of the liquid? Okay, so all we know is we had hot copper, so that was 100 degrees Celsius, the copper, and then we put that in a liquid that was 20 degrees Celsius, and then later everything was at 25 degrees Celsius, okay, because the copper transferred some of its heat into the liquid. So we can say the Q lost by copper equals the Q gained by the liquid. Okay, and that's purely because the copper was hotter than the liquid. So lost means minus, so minus MC TF take TI equals MC TF take TI. It's easy to use this version of this equation because sometimes you have to find the final temperature in the question. And because this equation does not have TF, you won't be able to solve it with that equation. So let's stick with this version. Okay, so for the copper, let's keep going. It's negative mass, which is 50 grams, which we need to have in kilograms, 0.05 kilograms, times the specific heat of copper, which here it is, 390 joules per kilogram per Kelvin. So 390, then times TF, take TI. So TF is 25, that's the final temperature. That's the final temperature of everything, by the way, because if one was hotter than the other, the process of heat transfer would continue until they reach the same temperature. So final temperature is 25, the initial temperature of the copper was 100, equals the mass of the liquid, which was 250 grams, that's 0.25 kilos. Specific heat of the liquid is what we're trying to find, so that stays as C. TF of the liquid was 25, and the initial temperature of the liquid was 20. So let's work out this and make it into one number, so I'll use my calculator. So it's negative hang on a sec, 0.05 times 390 times 25, take 100 is negative 75, and so you get 1462.5. That equals 0.25 times 25, take 20 is 5. So it's 0.25 times 5, and that's going to be 1.25 C. Okay, so almost done. So that's what we got so far, and now we need to get C by itself. So if we divide by 1.25, then our answer is 1170 equals C. So C is measured in joules per kilogram per Kelvin. So now that's the final answer.